Certainly much to do around here. Plenty to sink my teeth in.
By the divines, I'm tired.
Well, isn't that rough for you? Surprised to not find an alchemy table in all of this. I think I'm going to have a sit down for a moment though. Ah. Now that it's more or less business hours, I'd say it would be reasonable to talk to some of these folks.
If you're here about the nightmares, I'm afraid my pleas to the College of Winterhold go unheard.
Living this far north, do you consider yourself to be the, funky cold Medina?
Yes, my lord.
I can only assume.
If you could call it that. The Jarl can make all the demands in the world. I'm not setting one foot on that battlefield. I fought in the Great War. I cut enough young lives short. I'm not gonna do it again.
Huh. Interesting, convictions there.
About 30 years ago, the Aldemary Dominion invaded the Empire. It was a surprise attack. Caught everyone off guard. They ended up sacking the Imperial City. I was there, blasting apart young elven men and women with fireballs and lightning bolts.
Oh, lightning bolts are my favorite. Yes.
All the blood.
Blood.
The smell of flesh burned and pulled apart by magic. I never want to do that to another soul, ever again.
Well.
If we win, this war's gonna drag on for years.
Take a look.
We need to prepare for a long struggle ahead.
I wonder how effective that would be. Ah, there we go. Those are two that I might want to look into in the future. More stone flesh than the ward. We'll see. And some soul gems. Very well. I may be able to disenchant that.
Back to another fine day in Dawnstar.
We will talk about this another time.
Ah, doesn't look like it.
I'm here to lend my magic to the people of Dawnstar. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Well, possibly. Oh, sure. Close enough. Should be fine.
Until next time.
Ow. Ah, who are you, Jod?
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you.
Well, very well.
Don't
The
bother me
Jarl
again
is
unless it's
tired. Be mindful of that. I'm Skald's housecarl, and head of his guard in Dawnstar.
No empire is going to take the Jarlship away from this son of Skyrim.
My only aim is to keep the peace.
Alright, if you haven't got anything
By the
else to
divines,
say.
I'm tired.
Whoa. I was hoping it'd warm up by the daytime.
Move it, move it!
Where are you going so quickly?
Sorry, gotta run. I'm running food and supplies to the miners.
Aha.
Don't pay much, but they let me sleep by the fire in the inn most nights.
Well, that's good.
They're dead.
Oh
My
man.
pa was a sailor. Took me with him on his last trip. After he got sick, they put us off here and left without us. He died a few days later. I've tried to make do since then, but it's been hard. Real hard.
Well, good job working.
I'm late, gotta run!
Very well.
This
say Ulfric Stormblood murdered the High King with his voice.
Yes.
Shouted him apart.
Yep, that's what I heard too. Just going to stand in front of the barracks door. Fine. Do as you like, I suppose.
I'm sorry. My mind was just somewhere else. Do you need a room? Drink?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, just sitting here.
Oh, do you need a room?
No. Not really. Just, hanging out, enjoying the
My
wonderful
daughter Claudia
music.
sings to the guests when she can. She has her mother's voice.
Oh, really? Really?
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
Oh, good.
Everyone in town knows about the Black Door, and to never go near it.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do there? Because I did go near it. That's why it won't open?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left us bounty litter.
Oh, okay.
Good day.
I don't know if you know this, but I've killed dragons before. I've killed dragons before.
I envy you travelers. Dreams aren't affecting anyone not from here. My mother taught me. She was a bard from the college in Solitude.
Oh, wow.
I hear they accept most people who apply, if you're ever interested.
Oh, good.
Yes. Ever since my mother died a few winters ago. I play songs and help with the drinks when I have the time.
Oh, good. Well, nice to meet you. And all that. Nice, bracelets.
What troubles you, my son? The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
Well, aren't you a dark elf?
These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina.
Oh.
She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness.
See.
I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent.
Well, sounds like something I could help you with.
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
I assume nothing else?
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
You are hiding something. But I do sort of understand your unwillingness to panic people. You seem interested in helping them as well.
Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased.
Good.
Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry.
Very well.
Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire.
Haha,
A
gigdy
nightmarish
gigdy.
land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways.
Where
From
else?
her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return apart from visions of horror and despair. Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent.
Very well.
I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me.
What the?
What?
Follow me. It's this way.
Very well. That as fast as you're going to walk? I see. Can go faster. Magnificent.
It's good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult.
Yes.
The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside.
Aha.
When the temple was active, the priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence.
See.
The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance from her.
You're a tad bit slow, I would say. More likely you are to keep up with me, the better off we both are. Ooh. Corundum. Still keeping my eye out for gold. One day, perhaps, I will find some. Seems he forgets what he's doing sometimes. I know it's cold up here, but good grief. Slow your brain as well? Oh no. Oh no. I do see some evil fiends ahead. Aha. Say, there's a call for the glass sword. There we are. Sure, I have something for healing. Ah. And wolves now, eh? Oh. An unfortunate turn of events at best. He seemed injured pretty seriously at one point. Wonder how he is feeling.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Well, first of all, I think you may have the wrong Dark Elf. Frost resistance. That will definitely come in handy in the future. Right. Now, do we have more of these things to look forward to inside, I wonder? Come now. Like for you to enter first.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. What the?
Come on now, tell me more.
Before we enter, I must warn you about
Yes,
the
yes.
dangers that could be lurking within.
Tell me this already.
Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc
Seeking
war party
revenge,
seeking
yes, yes.
revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar.
Alright. And?
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within.
Were they successful?
Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep.
That sounds, miserable. I love
concerned
sleeping.
that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate, and they'll awaken. Both orcs and priests alike.
Oh, I see.
The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process.
Interesting.
Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged.
Makes
Those
sense.
who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely.
Well,
In some cases, a few never awoke at all.
terrifying.
Once we get inside, all will become clear.
Very well. Let's go. You first. Boring. I see.
Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open.
Oh, wasn't even aware it would open. Fine. Take your time. Of course, I'm not trying to, Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Not trying to take anything unnecessarily, you know. Just, basic loot.
Now, the source of the nightmares. Over here.
That it?
Behold the skull of corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes.
I see.
Must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
Very well. Are we going to fall asleep in this smoke? Like you were talking about.
They mustn't stop us!
Alright. That went better than I had at first assumed that it would. No way inside there so far, I'd assume.
Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released.
Alright. Yeah, it totally looks difficult. I don't know if I would chance it.
Impossible, actually.
Yes, that's what I thought. Of course.
I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done.
Alright.
I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina.
I see. Should have told me from the beginning.
Yes, you're right. I should have. But I didn't know what to say.
Very well.
The orcs raided the temple. I fled. I left my brothers and sisters behind to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs.
Sure, sure.
I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. Lore holds that the Skull of Corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others.
You mentioned that
The
before.
skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day.
Well,
We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible.
very well. I can only assume that the library is going to be the door that I wasn't able to open up here without a key. And I assume that it's because you are the one with the key?
It's just up here.
I thought so.
Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within.
Very well. What about booby traps? Did your people set any booby traps? Don't go walking over that now.
For Lady Mara!
Oh no.
Do your work. Living. No. Burn the temple. Kill the
I'll see you burn.
Nice. Good block.
You're a fool to fight me.
Well. Always good fun taking these folks down. Always.
What was that?
Nothing.
Huh?
This library used to be
Oh no. Oh,
almost everything has been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact.
Stand a chance!
well, yes. One more. Nice. Well,
Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need.
okay.
We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere.
Well, don't you think that Vermina will be upset
You'll
with us
check the
killing her
shelves around the
followers?
back. I'll check around the lower level.
Okay, well, while you are checking the lower levels, I will look around for loot. Aha! Look! Loot! Victory. Well, that was worth it, if anything was worth anything. I don't know why I'm always tempted to take those. This one as well. don't suppose we need to head this direction for anything. Perhaps we will later.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help?
Interesting. Oh. Minor magic potion, always helpful. Even if it is only a little bit. Of course, with my experience. What in the world is that? Looks filthy. Nope. All of these books are burned. Worthless. Completely inconsequential. Don't know. Alright. Just kidding. Here it is.
Yes, my son. Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum.
Oh,
It
imagine
involves
that.
a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor.
Okay.
Yes. The torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world.
Interesting. It is amazing.
Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person.
Well, let's take a look.
As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated.
Ah, I'm affiliated with Azura.
All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample.
Fine.
You'll be viewing the memory of another through your own eyes and with your own body. Those around you will perceive you as normal, and you will find the words you utter may not be your own.
Interesting.
Thanks to all of these odd principles, there is quite a lot of debate as to whether this is really a dream or just the machinations of Vermina. I will watch over you as you slumber to ensure your safety. If I deduce anything is amiss, I will use my arts to bring you back. Otherwise, I am uncertain what will end your dream stride. Perhaps when Vermina's curious appetite has been filled.
Aha. Very
The laboratory
interesting.
adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
I can only assume it's through this hallway we have not yet been through.
I cannot destroy you! Tear it apart! I'll gut you like a horker!
Ah.
A real fight out of our
Wow. Look at all this mead. Ah. I almost passed some very important items. I did not want the broom, though. Snowberries? Fine. Let's not take that with us, though. Blah. Apples. Salt pile's fine. I will take those. I certainly need to be a bit more accurate Wonder if there are enough sacks around here. Can't quite tell.
I'll gut you like a horker!
Oh, you think so, eh? Very good. Very good. Aha! Alchemy lab. Here we are. That should be good enough for now, I would say.
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor.
Okay.
It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here.
Why do you always insist on
Torpor
searching
should be
where
in a
I
tall
already
bottle of
am?
Dark liquid.
Is there
If you
any
find it,
particular
bring it to me.
reason for that? Jazz Bay grapes? Very well. Barnacle. Mushrooms. Garlic. Are the most delicious things. King of worms. Ah. Like what your mother called me last night. King of worms.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Wait a minute. If I'm your son, and your mother called me... What is the answer to this? I don't even want to think about it. Be completely honest. I suppose we just find this potion and be on our merry way.